Alright, that looks set up over there. I'm already late. Ah, where exactly were we? Ah, right, I joked in chat that Armando reached critical levels of sexism and crashed the stream. So my internet cut out for like... It only took like 20 seconds for it to come back last. Not 20 seconds, 20 minutes for it to come back, but by that point, it's been too long. It was near the end anyhow. Ha! You're still acting as tame as a kitten. Mr. Armando. Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. I don't know. I kind of wish Diego was not the one who told her that. Not that he's like bad, but like Bia is almost a, even though we've seen she's kind of messed up here, but I feel like, especially because of how she is the Phoenix early on, she has this almost mythic status. And even though she's still quite a rookie here, you just kind of wish someone more inspiring than this guy. Mostly because it'd be different if Godot was a better prosecutor, but he's pretty perfunctory as one of them.
Excuse me. May I speak, Mr. Judge?
Of course, Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like.
I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. This has just really become my really bad Canadian, combined with trying to put in a little bit of jowls for this judge, has just made him into the clown voice. It looks like this witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click, she lights right up. Very well then. Let's hear what the witness has to say. Oh, maybe we should just try to... Oh. Melissa Foster's history.
I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. Somehow, I have to tie her to this case. Melissa Foster's history. Oh god, our health is still missing. Let me save. Although I will say the game is very good usually about being very explicit and like, if you press this, you will get hurt for needless pressing. And they didn't give us any warning, so.
I was out of the country until the year before last.
So, what country were you living in then?
We were all living abroad, but after my parents were killed...
It was a brutal civil war. She had to try to make her way back home alone.
I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification.
What kind of sob story is this? What do I do? Should I press her for details? Ooh. Would it hurt me for this? Because I don't think this is going to produce anything. Also, Where were you from? Oh, I was abroad until the Civil War. Like, admittedly, there might only be like one Civil War happening then. But, like, bitch, that does not answer the question. Countries have names. Give me a name. Yeah, we'll try it. Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in? Your Honor, this line of questioning is childish. What country she was in, and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. What we're here to evaluate is whether this witness has any connection to this case.
I've lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never have known Mr. Falls or Detective Hawthorne.
Yes, I think we've established that point. Oh, yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you've just stated to the official testimony?
Yes, please, Mr. Judge.
Okay. Let me add that. That might have been what we needed to do. I don't know. Although I don't think we have anything to tie her to it directly. Because... that's by the witness. Yeah, this says talk to Dahlia, and I don't think... I mean, we've not made that connection, obviously, there, too. Electron Falls' Kerr. That's fun. Like this. You know about the diamond, but they don't. Also, why this diamond isn't a rock, I don't know. So I can pop it a little before bed to watch you interrogate your waifu. I don't know. That's assuming a lot. I mean, she's got that murderous angle, but I don't know. She's pretty... She plays it pretty cute and innocent.
Naturally, I didn't know either the victim or the defendant.
You didn't know either person. Are you certain of that?
Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people.
Oh well, that can't be helped. Why is he just agreeing with everything that comes out of her mouth? Well, the first time you saw either of them was when they were on the bridge, correct?
Yes, it really was a coincidence. Until I entered college, I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before.
So what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway?
I just love being outdoors. Picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing.
You don't look like much of a hiker to me. Well, you do look like a digger of sorts. Oh, Mia went there. But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here, and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to.
Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold, yet romantic gloominess.
Didn't know you were such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college? Oh my god. Edgeworth, you bitch. Why are you this way? The prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's private life. All that matters is that she is a material witness to a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious in intent.
Thank you. She's really gone too far.
Miss Faye, you're treading on thin ice here. I hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive.
And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer.
Perhaps, but your behavior that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car.
Well, that's...
Oh, this cheeky young little bitch. Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing. Oh, really? And why is that? The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. Oh my god, Edgeworth, really? It's entirely possible that, at that time, an officer showed her this photo. As we've seen earlier, they are rife with incompetence. That seems like a rather serious mistake. Ah, that's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book. That's not fair.
That wicked inmate. I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago.
A grudge?
Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges.
He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well.
What do you mean by that?
Your client. He forgot what the detective looked like, right?
Oh, this is the one I need added.
It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that?
Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
That's true. He's clearly a bitter man. This is bad. Mr. Fall's reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? Have it added to the testimony. How would she know it was supposed to be white? Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony. The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer, and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point. No, that's not why I... Enough, witness if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
What do you mean by lucky?
Well, it's February now. Everyone is wearing scarves. I had accidentally worn a white scarf like he said.
Then you yourself might have been killed. That would have been a terrible loss for this world. Ah, it looks like you pressed too hard this time, Keaton. Mr. Armando. Keep looking around you and you're going to lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when not to talk. I mean, I didn't get hurt for it, it doesn't matter. Miles, I feel like this method of yours is going to be really annoying 5 years from now.
Or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
You knew about that incident, but weren't you out of the country until the year before last?
Well, I saw a report about the escaped convict on the news. They had an in-depth report about his whole history.
Oh, so you were still living abroad 5 years ago, is that right?
Yes.
I can't let her get away with these lies. Listen to me. She's neck deep in this whole thing. Somehow, we're just going to have to get her to show the court her true self. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. Okay. Wait a second. Do I do the scarf because it's blue? Or do I do the victim's note because it mentions wearing the white scarf for identification? I think it's the note. But because I'm hurt and I'm a coward, let's do some insurance. Okay. It might technically be both. Because admittedly, this is also like Okay, it was fine either way. I arrived before passing out. Go take down this overhyped serial killer. Where did all your HP go? All my HP went away on the very first chance you could lose HP presenting. Also, hey, Captain. Sounds like you're also kind of tired. Hopefully that is just because you're tired and not because you've had a very busy day or something. God, what was it? It was something, one of those early ones where they wanted to establish something and I just wasn't sure where to present. I think it was the bridge map at the time. No. I think it was, I had to present the crime photo. Just oddly tired. Okay. Well, hopefully that doesn't mean anything. And, you know, it's just one of those days when you're weirdly oddly tired. And it just took me a while to figure out where to do it. Oh, I say a while. I think that's only 2 hits, but... It's true. Mr. Falls did give instructions to Valerie Hawthorne about their meeting. The note that she left said, wear white scarf for identification. Yes, what about it? Isn't it obvious? Doesn't it strike you as odd? That note was a secret piece of evidence. How is it that the witness knows about it?
Ah.
But no. Order. It is odd, isn't it? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, did you show top-secret evidence to the witness? Ah, see, that's the right way to catch Edgeworth. What if the only way this could happen is if you did something incompetent? Well, I would never say that. Your Honor, I certainly never gave anyone permission to do such a thing. In that case, the only way the witness could know about the note would be...
Just a moment. Of course I didn't know about the note. It's just, I saw it when it happened, with my own eyes. When the victim went to see the killer, she used her own scarf to signal him. That's why I assumed that the signal was a white scarf.
I suppose that makes sense. Come on, Mia. You can't let her weasel out of it that easily. Witness. Sorry, but your explanation isn't going to work here.
But why? It's true. That's what I saw.
Impossible. There's no way you could have seen the victim use a white scarf to signal him. Ah, okay. I did also forget lunch, so that may be why. Food is good for you, so I'm told, allegedly. That could be why. I don't think... But other people... I don't know. I don't usually have this... Oh my god, I did not realize that was 3 health things. It's the scarf, but... That was half my remaining health. Like, I do the thing sometimes where, like, if I haven't eaten for a little while and I get hungry, I'll sometimes get nauseous. That has happened to me. But, like, usually I don't get, like, a crash from not eating. But then very rarely do I not have, like... Oh, well. It's neither here nor there, really. But that's a health and nutrition thing. That's always different. Coffee, you are seriously lacking compared to the whip counter. It really is. Part of me is wondering if I should have made it so I counted instead, like, how many times he took a sip. But I think if that was the case, it would have been the opposite, where then coffee would be too much. I don't know, like, a way I could have done a half medium. Every time he mentions coffee, maybe? Hmm. You've said several times in your testimony that the victim was wearing a scarf. A white scarf, correct?
Yes. Is something wrong?
That's what I'd like to know. Miss Foster, have a look at this. It's the victim's scarf.
Ah, damn it.
I'm sure people would disagree about what to call this color. However, it certainly is not white. You knew what the note said. She knew the contents of that note. No! It says, wear white scarf identification. That's the reason why you said it was white. Well, Miss Foster?
No.
Order! 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 Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person. Did you say one more person? That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kid? Yup. The third person that knew the contents of the note was... Dahlia Hawthorne. It's gotta be, right? Because the note says... Talk to Dahlia. God, I hate... It's so much easier when you're not missing health. Oh, thank goodness. And that person is... Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There's her name, right there. What's this? So who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne. Ah, Miss Fay must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. Actually, Edgeworth, that's not as desperate for her as you think it is. But you don't know about that, so... The dead? Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. Oh, not 88, 185. Hit the wrong key. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off of Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. What is that legal thing called where you need to have a dead body? It's like corpus something. Corpus something. Man, I really should remember this. But it has been ages since I had to learn anything about them. Because, you know, you learn various things in high school, social studies, all that stuff. Otherwise, I didn't need to know it because, you know, it's not like I ever planned something. Legally dead, but illegally alive. Aladdin need a dead body. Corpus Delicti? That was not the one I was thinking of, though. That's what's coming up, though. Okay, well, whatever. I'm being dumb then.
She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are.
Which, I tell you what a rookie mistake. If you're gonna assume a false identity, at least fudge your age like a year or two. Honestly, this was a real mistake on her part.
Ah, ah, even you couldn't... Miss Faye, you're not saying... But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. Also, Phoenix, look, this is why you have this nice little bit of hair bang right here. It lets you whip it really good when you want to look cocky.
But no.
This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is, in fact, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
What?
Ah, nice work. It was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. Unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. I can expose her true nature. I can turn this whole case on its head. Now is my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm.
Witness, just who are you anyway? Also, you know what? I'm gonna save real quick. Because we've done a few things now.
I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself?
Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far.
You don't mean...
Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? Ah, it looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. No way. But then why? You hadn't revealed her secret. He wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little charade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Okay. But... I know witness protection is a thing. But you can't, as the prosecution, say this. When the whole thing with Terry Falls... Perjury. Also the fact that, like, our client... they've been saying is a convicted murderer. And he's like, by the way, I knew that the supposed murder victim he was sentenced to death row for was actually alive. But, I thought she died 5 years ago.
We thought so as well. But, well, as you can see... Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder. Really, Miss Faye, I must say, your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please, let's take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Fuck you all. Yeah, let's not think about the fact that for 5 years, she had a man sentenced to death row for a crime he literally did not commit. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? I was going to have her tell her the whole truth must come out. It's the most obvious motive. I thought I was winning. But somehow he turned it around on me. Yeah, Lighted Turtle MPXO? Prosecution introduced a witness with a false name deliberately. Oh no! Internet, no! Okay. It cut out there for a second. Uh-oh. Oh, it's all cutting out. All right, it looks like it's coming back. I don't know how that would have come up here at all. I assume that the audio cut out there for at least a second. If not everything else. Back. Okay. I assume you didn't miss anything. Because I think we were on this, but maybe you probably didn't miss too much anyways. Although by the time I noticed it, might have gone a dialogue thing. At most, there was like one dialogue you missed. Which is the fact that Edgeworth has somehow turned around on us, and the judge is asking us if we would have a motive for her to kill our sister, despite the fact that we've already basically proven it with this goddamn note I've shoved in their faces like 50 times. And yeah, a prosecution introduced a witness with a false name deliberately. Now, I'm not sure. He hasn't mentioned witness protection. That's not the case here. So legally, Edgeworth has just done a legal thing that the prosecution always gets away with because, the prosecution does in these games. But it does make me wonder if, like, that would be definitely interesting with witness protection. But I guess in that kind of situation, though, if you hit this point in a trial where that comes up, that might change things too. It's probably complicated. I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. Ha! I think you need a little push in the right direction, kid. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. Ah, that wasn't me. It was this guy, this crazy coffee addict. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Ah, what makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. Ah, I am sweating bullets. No you're not, Mia. Not compared to at least what Phoenix does, which we've seen. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course. Aren't I? No, you've just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Now, I like how earlier I was saying the whole smile thing didn't work for me from him. This part I don't mind as much. I don't know what it is. It's not like he's an awful kind of mentor figure either. It's just parts that I'm not as happy with her getting. I think here, though, I can kind of believe this part more.
up to me? Ah, the rashness of youth. How charming. This coming from someone younger than me. Do we see what our current age is? Well, it's fine. We know she's only like 23 here? 6 years ago? Something like that. Maybe she's like 26 or something. She's more reasonably aged for sure, I think, than Edgeworth, who... I mean, admittedly, Francisco is even younger to be a prosecutor, but Edgeworth is still only 20, and... Now then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. I'm gonna save again quick. Oh, man. Okay, we get two choices. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? Dahlia lost the Eagle River 5 years ago. I mean, it's gotta be the diamond, right? It's the money. Or does it want me to say the note? Because this note also is her saying, talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. See, this is one of those parts. I think I mentioned this. I think it was last stream. Or maybe it was the stream right before that. There's this feeling when you keep presenting one piece of evidence where, like, it gets to the point where you're like, is it this again? I think it was last time because I think Dill mentioned it too. Yeah, because he commented on the fact that that's good though, because it does mean you have to think of all your pieces of evidence. If you knew that each one only was used once, then that would narrow things down. But there is this moment where it's like, is it this piece of evidence again? Like, I think it is. Because this one, even though this is how we connected it to her anyways, it's why she would do it. And I think it's too soon to have the diamond come up. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. The whole truth must come out. Also, I guess the game sets up for this too, because she mentions when she said this. It's going to check me as age, but the wiki hijacked my browser and tried to install malware. Oh my god. Well, I'm glad you stopped it. God, I know wikis get bad, but that's awful. The whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it will be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? My little maple leaf. My little maple leaf. So, I know I'm doing an awful job at Canadian, but fortunately, in case because of that you forgot what this judge is meant to be, the dialogue has conveniently had him call her a little maple leaf, so we would remember that fact.
Y- yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge.
Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. Sorry, tiny hydration break. I'm glad I got over it, but I remember this was like a few weeks back. I was like chugging hot tea to get through a day because at work I was being a cashier, and it's hard to be a cashier without talking at least a little bit each time. And my voice just barely made it through. Like it basically was breaking by the end of that day. But I also was coming to loathe the taste of tea by then. I got over it though, fortunately. 5 years ago.
5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life.
Hmm. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And would you believe after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Fay? Y- yes, Your Honor. As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. Ha! If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. You still got that info, that ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby. I'll do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... Yeah, me and Dahlia, and Valerie too. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. 5 years ago. Okay. Alright. I'm a little bit hesitant because I feel like the game was implying there that I can't press, but it didn't say it, so we'll save. And we'll see.
5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls.
Did you and Mr. Falls have a relationship?
Yes, as a tutor.
You were tutoring him, Mr. Falls?
No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Falls came to the house to tutor me.
That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. He probably came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. Okay, but he's Not smart enough to be a tutor. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. Quite the clever fellow, that Mr. Falls. Did I hear him right? Did he just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow?
The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge.
I heard the diamond is valued
In the neighborhood of $2 million.
$2 million?
It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk.
A $2 million pint of milk? I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister, Valerie, make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think you wanted to make the exchange up there on that mountain? If you ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety.
What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is.
Yeah, right. It was all your plan.
Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain and... After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm.
That was a dangerous thing to do considering you were being held hostage.
Yes, but actually, that saved my life.
What do you mean?
You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow, I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind.
I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment.
Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned to try and run away, but Mr. Falls turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin.
Bloodthirsty grin? Oh.
And in the next instant...
Spleesh, sploosh, spleesh. Yeah, spleesh. I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift.
I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. Then just one little shove from behind. That was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money.
And that's why you hid your identity.
Yes, I only told my sister.
Valerie Hawthorne, eh?
Yes, she's the only one who knew about me.
Meanwhile, legally, this witness has been deceased for 5 years.
I didn't ever want something like that to happen to me again. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life.
And that new identity was Melissa Foster, right?
Yes, my sister helped me get the official paperwork taken care of.
That makes sense. Without an insider's help, doing all of the paperwork would have been impossible.
She was the only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I killed her? There's no way I could.
It's the moment of truth for this witness, too. Once the truth about this staged kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a Jezebel she really is. Man, okay. So on one hand, this is kind of the accurate usage of that. On the other hand, one, Diego has a lot of casual sexism, which is kind of annoying. And two, calling a woman a Jezebel has often been abused by sexist men and not used well anyways, and really should be retired in general. So it's kind of frustrating. I know you are right, but you are not right for the but you are right for the wrong reason. Shut up. Ah. Uh-oh. Okay. This might have to be another short night. Like, it didn't look like I lost connection there, but it got real choppy for a second. You probably didn't say anything, because I think the sound always goes through, unless it cuts off completely. I've just got to prove that kidnapping was a hoax. Let's see. Mr. Falls brought to the bridge. He shot Mr. Falls in the arm. Saw nothing? Okay. Yeah, see, if this was a game that had actual, like, frames of stuff happening. Well, that's not fair. You might have noticed something if it was on this screen. I don't think we have anything about the shot. So Mr. Falls tried to come and shove me off the bridge from behind. That was it. So, we clearly have to present evidence. And... I think it has to be this one. From behind. And tried to come out showing me off the bridge from behind. I mean, is it the fact that it was a broken bridge, so why did he get behind her to do it? Or actually... That doesn't really show it there, that's fine. Although the bridge has been changed 5 years. So... Because they said it was, what, 18 feet below the Eagle River? Did that say it? No, 40 feet above Eagle River. I wonder if the goal here is, like... Just thinking about it. Obviously, you shove someone 40 feet deep into a fast-moving river, you're probably going to kill them. But why would you do that instead of just staying in front of them and shoving them off where the bridge was broken so they fall 40 feet onto deadly land instead? Because I'm pretty sure your chances of surviving a fall 40 feet onto ground is much lower than your chances in water. Neither is good, admittedly. Let's see. Well, I really don't need to be saving as often as I am, because it would take me only like a minute to get to these places again, but... There's something so strong about objection and then they're slamming their hands down there. You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe.
But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls.
I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said, that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible.
Impossible?
I ask that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you have claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Ah, okay. I see the thing they... Okay. I misunderstood. But fortunately, the way I misunderstood it lined up so that I still said the thing they wanted. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. 194, 195, but it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Ah. You're right. If the events occurred just as the witnesses testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? You see, Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What? What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. Well, if that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. How fucking convenient that you remember this now. You can't be serious. Order in the court. It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? Where do you think Phoenix got his fighting game moves, bitch? No. I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Is it how high the bridge wires are? Right? Because the bridge is unchanged for 5 years. It would be really hard to just push someone off. Like, that's a pretty nut, like... I remember when we were watching Laid Back Camp. Which is one of those, cute girls doing cute things anime. But I would say it's one of the better ones just because the focus on camping grounds it. Also, occasionally a guy exists in it, which sometimes is really funny because in those shows it's almost like the human species is just monogendered. Or monosexed, I guess I should say. But anyways, I think it was in the 3rd season, which kind of looked funky in parts about that. There was a whole episode where they were going to a bunch of different bridges, and some of them look like this, and some of them look like death traps. And I don't I wouldn't say I have like acrophobia. Like I wouldn't say I have like a fear of heights. I would say I have a healthy caution for a chance I could accidentally tumble and die due to gravity. Man, I'm gonna look really stupid if it's not Witness's photo. Thank goodness. Your Honor, all the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No. But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. Oh, and more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. Ah. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible. Gah! Order? Order? What is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this? Indeed. What do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? Also, we had 200 objections, which I think means this game is going to very easily be in the lead for objections.
Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide.
Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current, but even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. Okay, we've been sitting on this for a little while. I think it's time to pull the diamond gun. Holy shit, this is 4 health segments. So rapids of the it's gotta be this, right? It can't be the camera. No, it's only the diamond makes sense. Okay. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond. Yeah, I don't think they're going to comment on it at all. I wonder what this would have done to their family. Like, if you're a jeweler that would come into possession of a raw thing to process it, I assume that... Well, this might fall under some kind of business insurance, too. Although, probably not. I don't know. Also, let's get off this. Ah! No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million. She was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute,
She betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why, that's simply ridiculous.
If it's so ridiculous, why is she getting ready to have her evil pose?
Oh, that would be... Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old.
Also, I definitely wasn't prepared for the judge's statement, which is another time why, when you're playing this, and not like when you're just reading for yourself, that kind of stuff works better. Well, if I was locked in better, it would work too, but I'm being a little bit sloppy now.
Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? This woman is a demon. There was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? A corrupt cop? That never happens.
But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping?
Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia, and then she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do?
She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
Who is that laughing at a time like this? Oh, okay. Hee hee.
Forgive me, it's just hilarious.
Witness? Is that you?
You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it.
Oh, wait.
Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course? That at 14, I plotted with Mr. Falls and my sister. And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fey?
I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey. Are you stupid or something? How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it. Ha! Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that? Mr. Armando? Come on now, Keaton. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hit her back.
Sorry, let me take a sip of some tea. Sorry, I think a little bit of that might have been picked up on mic. Been muted. I get late. I try to do that away from the mic, but that might have been a little bit of.
She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fowl's stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right?
Yes, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There is only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes? Oh. Ooh. This is a risky gambit. Dick Gumshoe. Nah, it's gotta be our client, right? Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness. A new witness? Yes. We would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant? There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia, disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Falls. Oh snap, are we getting to invest trial 1-3? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Oh, why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. Also, I guess I would establish your innocence too. I kinda don't care about that anymore, honestly. Really, I want to stick it to this bitch. Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago. But one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million. That's not true. Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia? Dahlia? Did you betray me? 5 years ago she promised never ever betray each other. Terry. Dahlia, it's true. You are alive. Oh, how do I do this? Because this is not the voice for it.
You don't trust.
Oh, but I wanted to.
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Tell the truth. The real truth. I believed in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Dahlia. Oh, he is cooked. This is bad. Like Elden Ring, it all comes back to simping. I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness, eek, I'm sorry, I apologize. Water, please, water. Can't talk, need water.
Ah, oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. darker and bitterer than hell itself.
Whoa. Who Terry Falls saw? That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from Bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia.
Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you? That's enough, Miss Fay. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial.
All the way up to 205. Well then, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten. I think.
Who Terry Falls saw? Okay, I think it'll be fine. But let's save before I press save anyways. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of Bridge.
According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. You certainly arrived early, didn't you?
It was raining. Already dark, too.
You waited on the bridge for 30 minutes? Mr. Falls?
Eagle Mountain, that spot. Strong memories.
Why did he just clam up? Could it be he's hiding something here?
She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge.
You were quite early, so you waited on the bridge, correct?
Yeah, I like waiting. I'm used to it.
I'm sure he is. Zebra Boy waited 5 years to ask a single question. To find out why a woman betrayed him. To him, 30 minutes must have been like a blink of the eye.
I watched my car from Bridge. I never put no body in that car.
You were watching the car?
That bridge, other side is broken. Nobody can come from there. So, I was watching her.
Ha! What else were you expecting him to do? I suppose that's the obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting that feeling. A contradiction?
I wonder what's on the other side of the broken bridge anyway.
No one lives there. There's a small shrine up on the mountain, but that's it.
Anyway, nobody came. No car, nothing. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me.
Mr. Falls, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Valerie Hawthorne?
I never lie. It's the truth. It was Valerie. I remembered her face.
Wait a minute. If you had remembered her face, then why did you make her wear a scarf as identification?
Sorry. I told a little lie. But the woman I met, she was different from woman standing here now. She was different. It was Valerie. We talked, then she left.
What did you talk to her about anyway? Mr. Falls.
Valerie told the truth about the kidnapping 5 years ago. She said, someone needed to take the blame for it. That was all I could think to do. She said that. That's why she lied. got me the death penalty. And were you satisfied with that answer, witness? Dahlia died. It was my fault. But I don't really remember. Maybe I did. Maybe I did push her in. It don't matter no more. Either way, my Dahlia, my sweet teen angel, dead. But you just saw that she isn't dead. After Valerie talked to me on bridge, nothing left to live for. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia. How can you be so sure? It was raining at the time, and sunset that day was at 5 o'clock. It would have already been pretty dark on that mountain at 4:30. Please, Mr. Falls, this is your last chance. You've already taken the fall once for something you didn't do. That woman, it wasn't Dahlia. Stop right there. What more needs to be said? Even if it means the death penalty. Even if it means taking the blame for murder. You'll still do whatever is necessary to protect her. Won't you, Mr. Falls? I know it's obvious, but he's clearly lied. He's been cursed by Dahlia Hawthorne. He'll probably go to his grave still believing in her. Mr. Falls, even if you can show he's lying, the poor guy will still be cursed. You'll still have to point out the contradiction anyway. That's the curse of being a defense lawyer, I guess. Okay. So, I think I know the lie we're supposed to point out here. Which is, how would he have waited on the bridge for her and then met her when she is further in on the bridge, can't enter that way? Now here's my problem. Where do I present this and what do I assume it's the witness's photo? Although it could also be the Dusky Map Bridge. No, it has to be the witness's photo, because that's the one that shows that he's on the wrong side for this. Subcar, I was in front of bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. I watched my car from bridge, I never put no body in that car. Finally, when she stood in front of me, we talked, then she left. That was my Valerie, not my Dahlia. This was the one, when I pressed it, where Mia was like, I feel like a contradiction is happening. So I think this is the one they want me to do it on. I'll save real quick too. This also might be one where you can do this on multiple ones, because I feel like none of them is... Because sometimes it's very clearly you have one statement. Other times the game wants you to know one piece of evidence is what you need to use, and I think that's what's going on here. So, when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that? Yeah, I'm sure. You're sure, huh? Well then, I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. Huh? What? Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Fay. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth. I got there about 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place. Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah. It's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love. A memento? 5 years ago, I hid it under base of tree there. It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get. Well then. That locket is a little familiar, isn't it? This little bottle on the necklace is your memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock, but he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. Ugh. Also, Mia? With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No. Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it. I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Oop. Huh? Mr. Falls? This goddamn poison locket necklace. No, that's enough. Please. What? Witness? I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle. No! Stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess. I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise, so I did it. I drank this. No, we are so close. Just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence. No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again. Mr. Falls. Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee. Mr. Falls. And so my first trial ended. Suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Unforgivable, that witch. Mr. Armando. We were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. We were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Mia. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. Okay. I will say, crushing the mug and having a bloody hand from it, that's pretty good. Like, I feel like Godot and Armando suffer from the same problem. That we're told they're cool more often than they are cool. Which usually really racks up negative points in the other direction. But sometimes he lives up to the hype the game wants you to have for him. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Mr. Armando. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. Okay, this is kind of Phoenix reading it. I'm going to still keep it in Mia's. Well, let's see, actually. 1 year later, in this very same courthouse. No, okay. 1 year later, in this very same courthouse, I, myself, got wrapped up in that case. Baby Phoenix. We already saw Baby Phoenix, but it's still kind of cute to see him. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. God, Phoenix, I missed you because I gave you my regular voice. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was... guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect, angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Is it why you're in a hospital bed? Episode 4, Turnabout Beginnings, the end. Episode 5, Bridge to the Turnabout. Okay. On one hand, we did have a couple early internet snafus. And part of me is like, should I worry about that? But I think, one, pretty sure, one investigation? Oh, God. Even the investigation has phases. Okay. Wait, no. Never mind. I think that's just for this first one. Well, it might be for both days. I think I know why this is the case, though. Now that I think about it. We'll start it. Bridge Turnabout, Part 1 Investigation. Oh, look, it's that Shichishito, the treasured Korean village heirloom whose name means seven-branched sword. It is said that this sacred sword represents life itself. Though the branches may appear to be infinite, the choice is limitless. Also, there's only 7. That is very limited. Aw, like our destinies, the sword comes to but one end. One merciless point. And when the silver cord, the fragile thread that binds us to this world, is severed, well done. The illusion is revealed, and the implacability of fate is finally laid bare. But also, sometimes takes way too long to get to the point, like the sword. Hey, Dill. That's a pretty good one. February 6th, 9:48 a.m. Rating Company Law Offices.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah? What is it?
You know how I've got spiritual powers, unlike you?
Sure. We're a spirit medium, after all.
But just like you, if I don't keep my powers sharp, they get dull, right?
I guess so, yeah?
Glad you agree. Okay, Pearly, you're up.
Pearls?
So, that's why we need to go on a special spiritual hotspot tour, Mr. Nick.
Huh? I'm lost. What's this magazine you're shoving in my face? Aw, look at Pearl's back. Like, after Dahlia and her evil fake cuteness, Pearl is a refreshing breeze.
It's the New Year's issue of Oh Cult Winter Spiritual Location Special.
Oh, Pearls looks so happy.
Maximize your spiritual powers with just one night of intensive training. Oh, it sounds too good to be true.
I'll say. Sounds more like a scam to me.
It's at a spiritual retreat called Hazakura Temple. It's way up in the mountains, and I bet it's nice and cold, just perfect for training.
Now I definitely don't want to go.
You know, I think I've heard of this temple before. It's a famous channeling dojo. It's hard for even real spirit mediums like us to make reservations up there.
Reservations? For a temple? Are you serious?
Don't worry, I've already made special reservations just for us. Yeah, and I signed up for the special course.
That's nice. And the timing couldn't be better, since we don't have a case right now anyway.
Alrighty then, it's settled. Well, come on, don't just stand there. Start packing your stuff. Yes, Mr. Nick, you'd better start packing your stuff.
Huh? Me? Why do I have to go?
Well, we have to be accompanied by someone over 20 years old.
Hey, I don't have anything to do with spirit power. The only thing I can channel is a TV. So Maya, aren't you just... Yeah, she's just shy of being 20 years old. Okay. So, is there a heated pool at this Hazakura temple?
No, but you can stand under a freezing waterfall.
Sorry. I think I'll pass. I hate cold places.
What? No way. How can you be so selfish? Come on, Mr. Nick. Look at this place. Doesn't it look beautiful?
Oh. But what is this? I think we might see a reason why Phoenix would want to go. Nope, not going. I'm gonna be nice and toasty at home. What the?
What is it, Mr. Nick?
Let me see that magazine. Well, this is a little bit weird. This nun.
Is she a friend of yours or something, Nick?
This girl. It's...
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
Okay, I see the problem now with doing Dahlia and Pearl in close vicinity to one another.
Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? You disgust me.
But it can't be. She was found guilty and should still be in prison.
Mr. Nick?
I'll go. Huh? Hazakura Temple. I said I'll go. Yay! Isn't that great, Pearly?
Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Nick. You'd do anything for Mystic Maya, right? Even walk over burning coals, right?
Oh, Colt. New Year's issue received from Pearls. Dahlia Hawthorne. I knew there was no way she could possibly be at that temple, but I just had to see for my... I just had to see for myself. Okay. Look, you write so many lines of dialogue, you localize so many lines of dialogue, a couple are gonna slip through. But I just had to see for myself who this nun really was. February 7th, 3:24 p.m. Hazakura Temple, main gate.
It's so cold here, Nick.
Maybe you should put on something warmer for a change.
Oh, well, it's supposed to be cold. It's draining.
Her teeth are chattering so loudly, it's all I can do to make out what she's saying.
Well, Mystic Maya, so this is the famous Hazakura Temple. Pearly,
How do I want to do your voice?
Well, how nice to see.
No, wait. Okay.
Well, how nice to see you here. Welcome to our temple. Oh, thank you. Oh, my. Thank you for coming all this way. Come now. You must have been cold.
What's with the past tense? We're freezing into human popsicles as we...
Oh. Well, we are high up in the mountains after all.
Why do I feel like this voice ended up being bad Mickey Mouse adjacent? Oh, whatever.
In any case, you shouldn't speak here. Please follow me inside. Thank you. I was starting to become a woman pop. Oh, yes. I almost forgot to introduce myself. I'm the head nun here at the temple. My name is Bikini.
Bikini? Are you a Toriyama character?
That's right. Actually, that's my temple name. What do you think? It's a tradition to have one, and I wanted something that has a nice image to it. So I thought, why not choose a bikini? Besides, it makes me seem younger. Oh.
It certainly does. Oh, I signed up for your special course.
Well, my. Quite brave of you, considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one with those you channel. Reckless?
Wahaha?
Maybe you should take it easy tonight, Mystic Maya. We can come back another day.
Oh, why did I do this to myself? But we came here to...
Yes, that's right. You've come all this way, so please enjoy yourselves. There's still time before supper, so why don't you have a look around?
Okay. I have made some mistakes in my life. This one might be a bit much. Okay, let's see. Attorney's Badge, Magatama, Occult New Year's issue. Maybe Hazakura Temple. I feel like that must be a different person in Bikini. Or maybe that's meant to be Bikini, but she put makeup on for it. I'm not sure, actually. Bikini, age 48. Hardy, motherly head nun of Hazakura Temple, a shining dojo deep in the mountains. I realize I've reached a point in my life that I am now closer to Bikini's age than say the age of like Maya. And oh god. It's fine. It's not that bad. Actually, I'm about halfway in the middle between them right now, actually, really, thinking about it. But that's only going to start teetering in the other direction more solidly, so. Maya Fey, age 19, my assistant and a disciple in the Korean tradition of spirit channeling. Mia Fey, deceased. Maya's older sister and my eternal mentor in life and law passed away 2 years ago. Godot, age, question mark, a prosecutor who is shrouded in mystery. He seems to know me somehow. Also, clearly Diogo Armando, but I don't know that yet. In fact, all that stuff in Case 4, technically, we flash back to that after right now. Pearl Fey, age 9, Maya's cousin and channeling prodigy. Also, spoilers, we don't know that yet about Case 4, but we'll get there. She has amazingly powerful spiritual abilities. And I already read Bikini. Attorney's badge. It's my all-important badge. It shows that I am a defense attorney. Magatama, a present from Maya. It reacts to people who have secrets in their hearts. You know, it's weird. I think it's one of those things, having done this first. Because it's like, really, it's Magatama. Because, you know, A is always going to be the A sound, Japanese. But, I don't know. I'm just so used to saying Magatama. I'm still going to say that. Occult New Year's issue, an occult magazine featuring Hazakura Temple. Also has a little Magatama on itself. Well, let's examine. What do you think, Nick? Pretty awesome gate, huh? It sure is. Looks pretty well maintained, too. This thing kinda puts your hometown to shame, Maya. Yeah, well, a lot of things have happened in Korean Village. It used to be a lot richer, back when people hired us to perform channelings. Oh, I see. But now the place looks a bit run down. I guess I was just born in the wrong time. All the snow. Oh, there's really not much of it. Well, I guess that's saying further there. And snowmobile. Oh, look, it's one of those snow motorcycle things. Most people call it a snowmobile, you know. Snow motorcycle things? Snowblowmobile? Same thing. Too bad we didn't invite Desiree. I bet she could race like this, like the wind on this slowmobile. Or maybe she'd give me a ride. Snowdercycle. I mean, Snowdercycle is just going to be a Pokemon by, like, Generation 14. Also, I know it's just a simple, like, mistake, but she'd give me ride sounds like a euphemism. Snowderbike. And having Blow Snowbill there doesn't really help it either. Or maybe she'd give me ride on this Blow Snowmobile. I told you, it's Snowmobile. Also, I'm pretty sure that last one you said was just a dirty thing. Ooh, a giant bell, I didn't notice that. Oh look, it's a cute little bell tower. I absolutely love the sound of a giant bell. Oh? So, which do you like better? That, or the sound of money? Sorry, but I'll take money for the win, Nick. What are you apologizing for? Clang. That looks like the main hall where we'll be staying tonight. From here, it looks like one of those ice hotels you always hear about. They gotta have a heater or something in there, don't you think? I don't want to die. I'm not worried. I brought my hot water bottle. Did you bring one for me? What are you talking about, Nick? Who carries around 2 hot water bottles? The cold doesn't kill me. The ice queen over here will finish the job. Also, plenty of people will bring things for that. It's very common, actually. What happens if... Although, I don't know what would happen here. I mean, I guess the hot water bottle could still break, but... Alright. Alright, Bikini, you are going to experience... Did we get your actual name? No, it's just going to be Bikini, okay. I'm an attorney. Do you think you can take a look at it? I made it look like it, and I can tell you I'm very much in demand. And to be quite honest, I'm finding this a little difficult to say.
What is she trying to say, Mr. Nick?
I think she's trying to say that she's busy.
But seriously, Nick, what's the deal? Nothing has even happened yet and you're already shoving evidence into people's faces. You need to forget about work and relax a little. Try to have some fun, okay, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, you're right. Sure, pin the hypothermia on the lawyer is great fun. Okay, this is probably all going to be the same, but I thought I'd do this anyways. Oh, she must have sent out this one. Really? Okay, well then you're not going to say... What about... Nothing even for the profiles? Okay, well... Wait, maybe she'll say something about herself. Nope, never mind. Okay. I get it, game. I get it. My bad. So it's a channeling dojo anyway. Oh, my. You don't even know that.
Forgive him, sister, for he knows not what he is saying.
Well. Just call me Bikini and forget that sister part. A channeling dojo is basically a spiritual power training ground. We have special holy items prepared here to help people boost their spiritual power. Holy items? If you train an entire evening surrounded by these items, it's quite mysterious. The spiritual power of these items seems to envelop you. Wow. She must have just gone off the trolley from the land of make-believe.
So what exactly is the special course?
You must be incredibly devout to be interested in that at such a young age. It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant a spell 30,000 times, all while being showered in freezing cold spirit water. I don't know how bad it is when my voice is cutting out like that, because I can already hear it a little bit. I think I'll be good for the rest of this. If Bikini mysteriously has a different voice next time, though, I think we'll know why.
Eh?
It's February now, right? You have to be careful this time of the year. If you don't watch it, you'll catch pneumonia or maybe even die of hypothermia. So be careful, you hear?
How am I supposed to be careful?
Oh no, I knew I shouldn't have signed Mystic Buy up for this. Yeah, she doesn't have Pearl's amazing spiritual power to just resist the weather. Actually kind of reminds me a little bit of Wheel of Time, which has this... This is a really minor thing. And it's always so silly too, because Wheel of Time, they have it so people who can access the magic in that world ignore the effects of temperature to a degree. Like, they can still die of being too hot or too cold, but they don't visibly seem to feel the cold or the heat. Like, they won't really sweat too much, and they won't really, like, shiver too much. And it's just a trick of focus, but only people who use the magic learn it. It's a very weird thing. I'm not quite sure. One of those things that I'm sure had a meaning. It was a quirk of the system that Robert Jordan himself wanted in there. But it's a weird distinction to make. The other nun. Sister, about this picture. Well, look at that. I must say I look rather divine here, don't you think? Oh, yeah, unforgettable in every way. You mean it? Oh, I knew it. The makeup was pretty tough, but Iris helped me out.
Iris?
Cute little girl in the photo. She looks just like me, doesn't she? We're just a small couple here, so she and I run the entire place.
Really? That kind of sounds like fun.
Sorry to cut in, but... This... Iris... Where is she right now? Oh, just listen to you. You haven't come all the way up here just to find a girlfriend, have you?
Gee, Claire.
No, no, no. That's not what I had in mind at all. Although I guess technically if she's the person I think she is, I would be finding a past girlfriend. But anyway, Iris is in the inner temple preparing for this evening. Inner temple? Yes, yes, that's right. Iris will be back this evening. Why don't you go have a look at the main hall for now? Whoa, whoa, whoa. So she's in the inner temple, huh? Okay. Main hall, suspension bridge. February 7th, suspension bridge. Wow, look at this broken down old bridge, Nick. Yeah, look at that big canyon below us. Hey, there's a river down there. It looks like it's flowing really fast. What's wrong, Nick? You look like you've seen a ghost. I'm just not very good with heights. Oh, hey, I've got it. Maybe you should face your fear and try hurling yourself off the edge. You know, 1, 2, 3, jump. Maybe just what you need to get over your fear of heights. Yeah, death is a real good way to overcome phobias, all right. Anyway, sure looks like a rickety bridge. Can't argue there. That's probably why it's called Dusty Bridge. Read it again, Maya. It says Dusky Bridge. Well, it's practically the same thing. Also, why does Dusky Bridge sound like it's really important to someone watching us, but we don't know anything about it right now? Oh my. There's a narrow path going off in a different direction than that of the main hall. The sign here is so old, the text seems to have vanished. The path leads to a wooden staircase that goes down to the bottom of the canyon. Okay, I'll write wooden staircase on it then. Do you really think that is necessary? You'd have to be blind not to see the stairs? Well, it can't hurt. Just pass me a pencil, okay? Graffiti is a crime, Maya. Also, what do you mean it's really hard to see? You can see it right there. Wait, what the heck did I just... Oh, the bridge itself. Come on, Nick. Why don't we hop across the bridge? It'll be fun. I'm not so sure. Looks like a bunny hopping across the bridge would destroy it. Okay, Nick. Let's try to find a cute, fluffy little bunny and test your theory. That right there sums up the fundamental difference between sane and insane. Okay, but Phoenix, what if she just wants you to find a cute, fluffy little bunny because she wants a cute, fluffy little bunny, and the bridge is just a false means of doing so? Oh, like a mountain in different. That's kind of fun. It looks like it's about 20 yards to that cliff over there. I guess that's where I'll be training tonight. Do you want to train with me, Nick? And do the special course? I think not. But it'd be so great if you had spiritual powers too. Really? I see dead people sounds more like a cause for alarm to me. Some letters are engraved into a roughly cut boulder. D-U-S-T-Y Bridge, huh? It says Dusky Bridge, okay? Come on, Nick. Take a look at that bridge and tell me it's not supposed to be dusty. This sign is obviously wrong, and I'm gonna fix it. Now give me a pencil, Nick. Do I look like a pencil holder to you? Sometimes I wonder if those are like little, like, if in the Japanese language, those are like little one-liner manzai bits they do that just, they try, and sometimes they do all right, but you're never gonna really translate it well. I can't believe there's a public phone here. Who would ever use it? The people who live here, I guess. I doubt they have any real phones here. Yeah, but it took like 20 minutes to walk here from the main hall. It would have been smarter of them to build the main hall here, don't you think? Maybe you should work on channeling someone who makes logical sense, Maya. Alright, is that everything? I guess those are our footprints, which is why we don't comment on them. Alright. Well, they let us do that early, but we can't really do anything with it, so that's fine. Main hall. Look at the giant maggot homo. February 7th, Hazakura Temple, main hall.
The 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 main hall. I think it's even colder in here. Ah, Mr. Nick, do you smell that? It smells like meat and gravy.
Yeah, you're right. I guess it's pot roast for tonight. Yum.
Weird. I thought they would serve something a little more, well, traditional. Also, I noticed, Maya, that the second food came up, you were suddenly not feeling the cold anymore.
What are you talking about, Nick? You think monks and nuns just sit around eating rice gruel all the time? Mystic Maya is right. Ooh, I hope there's mashed potatoes too. I love mashed potatoes.
Okay. Is this?
Ha ha ha, what a cute little acolyte.
No, okay. Oh, my god, no.
Ha ha ha, what a cute little acolyte. Greetings to all of you.
Oh, hello. Wow, this lady makes Maya look like a 6.8 out of 10 on the weirdness scale. I mean, I don't know, Phoenix. That staff looks like it's at least a rare magic item to me.
Your outfit. Did you come here for the special course too?
Unfortunately, no. Actually, I am. Ah, you're. You're Miss Elise Stoneham.
I thought... Is that where... Wait. Not enough Philly details to be a rare item. Uncommon, I'll give. This is true. I think partially I'm giving it the pass because, you know, clearly I worked with less detail back then, although there's a little bit more than I was expecting, so it is actually straight, so... I feel like the Donim name is the one that we'll see again later on an old friend of Phoenix's. But maybe they're similar and I don't remember.
You're Miss Elise Stoneham.
Yes, that's right. You know of me.
My name is Pearl Fay. I'm your biggest fan.
Who is she, Nick?
I see it now. Svari, fortune teller?
I've got all your books, Miss Stoneham.
Oh, okay. God.
Ha ha ha, what a sweet thing to say. And please call me Elise.
Books?
Mr. Nick, don't you know anything? Don't you even know who this is?
Well, no. An author, maybe?
Yes, and an illustrator of picture books.
Picture books, huh? Oh, now I get it.
Huh.
Did he get...
Man, I tell you what. I remember a few details of this case, but I very clearly didn't remember the whole thing. Well, anyways, first we ignore her and look at the room. There are straw zabuton cushions arranged around a hibachi brazier. I haven't seen a layout like this since I saw this really old Japanese movie on TV. If it wasn't for this hibachi, they'd probably freeze to death. I bet the writing on these sliding doors are instructions for spirit channeling. Kind of like how we scribbled math formulas on the bathroom walls to remember them. Except we couldn't go to the bathroom during tests, and I can't read these walls. It is so nice. Like, not that I got to examine with her ever. It's so nice to have Phoenix. Because I'm so boring and I give him my regular voice, but it makes it so easy. I think usually, unless you have a compelling reason, it's so much easier to make the main character of your voice. Or at least do a very easy to do voice for you. It's a stack of straw zabuton cushions. Maya told me this type of zabuton is called Enza? I suppose if I'd never come here, I'd have missed out on all these new things. Oh. It's an altar. Looks a bit old, but someone does a good job taking care of it. Speaking of altars, I remember seeing one like this in Kurain Village last year. I guess they really do have something to do with spiritual power after all. There's a laughably large Magatama on the altar. If I can see Cyclops with the tiny Magatama I've got, I can only imagine what kind of power this bad boy has under his hood. Quick! Maya, Pearl, put your spiritual power into this thing. I need to see the universe's secrets. Okay, I think that is everything already. Alright. Is this going to be another thing where they're going to be like, why are you presenting stuff, you goober? Miss Donim, what do you think about this?
Mr. Nick, do you think Miss Elise is a suspect?
Huh?
You may be mistaken by a special someone, but I won't let you do this to Miss Elise.
A suspect? Why would I suspect her of anything? It's not like anything's happened.
Isn't it cute, Nick? Pearlie's getting all overprotective of her new friend.
Okay. I'm gonna assume... Elise Donim. Age, question mark. Kind-eyed author and illustrator of picture books. Pearls is a huge fan of hers. Feels like there's a bunch of like... Maybe it's because they didn't give him as much time. So a few little things slipped through here. Because this is definitely going to be the longest case in this game. Alright, well, we'll talk to her. Elise Donim. I'm sorry I didn't know who you were. I don't get a lot of chances to really enjoy picture books.
It's alright, I take no offense to that. My books are nothing but simple stories for children. And really beautiful pictures too, Miss Elise. Your books always make me feel as if my heart has been purified. It makes me feel very happy to hear you say that.
I do have to admit, she certainly seems like a kind, sensitive lady.
Miss Elise won an award last year for her book, The Magic Bottle. Yes, a friend of mine secretly submitted a story I had written to a publisher. They liked it so much that they asked if it was alright to make it into a book.
Wow, must have been a really great story.
Maybe I should try to write a children's book too. If I do, you can secretly send it to a publisher for me, Nick.
Recently, I've accepted a sort of apprentice, you might say.
An apprentice?
He calls himself Loris, or Loris Donim.
Now I know what you're thinking. Loris sounds like a dumb fake name an idiot would come up with. And you're right. And we'll get there. Oh boy, will we get there.
I believe he's off doing some landscape sketches now. On Loris's behalf as well, I'd like to thank you for your support. Of course, Miss Elise. Anything for you.
Haha. Why come here?
Why didn't you come to Hasakura Temple, Miss Elise? Are you here to do some spiritual training? No, that's not it. I'm actually here to gather materials for a new book I'm working on. Wow, I can't wait to read it.
Pearls is completely taken with her.
I wanted to do a book with a more Japanese feel to it this time.
So is that why you're dressed like you are?
The children have a certain image of me in their minds. I don't want to disappoint them.
What can I say? She's really a sweet lady.
Wow, Miss Elise, you're dressed up like a mountain nun. Yes, the good people here are kind enough to let me borrow these. I'm wearing training clothes underneath my robe as well.
I want a staff like that.
You like the crystal sphere? It's real amethyst, you know.
Okay. Not that amethysts are like... I mean, it depends on the quality of the amethyst too, but that's still kind of impressive.
Maybe we'll find one like that up here on this mountain. Good luck, Nick. I know you'll find me one.
Maya, I wish it was that easy to find even uncommon magic items. I mean, sometimes it is. If you luck into doing the right things, but...
Well, you'll have to excuse me now.
go help with the dinner preparations.
Wow, you mean you're cooking dinner tonight?
That's right. Would you like to help too, Pearl?
Yes, yes. I want to help with whatever I can.
Pearl looks like she just won the lottery. Oh, I'll help too then. No, it's fine. Please don't worry about it. Feel free to relax and explore the area with your friend. Huh? But... Oh yes, please take this. I think it would be of help to you.
Hazakura Temple, a winding pathway, inner temple.
It's a map of the area. We wouldn't want you to get lost now, would we?
The inner temple? There it is on the other side of the bridge. Well, if you insist, I guess we'll take this chance to go check out the other temple. Hazakura Temple map added to the court record.
Okay, I'll see you two later then. Remember, you're not allowed to fight.
Come on, Nick. Let's go. At least we'll stay warm if we keep moving.
Ah, okay, I see I did that early. February 7th, Hazakura Temple, main gate.
Huh? Where did Sister Bikini go?
I guess she went to the inner temple to go help that other nun out.
Oh, right. I think her name is... Iris?
Yeah, that was it.
I want to find out who Iris really is, but I'm scared of what I'll find.
Oh, that question, I like imagine like Maya like exaggerate shrugging, like, what's up with you, man?
Come on, let's go.
Also, they really shouldn't have let me go here early, but it was kind of funny they did. Inner temple gate. Hey, Jizo statue. Statues, wow. Jizo statues. February 7th, inner temple gate.
Whoa, that bridge was shaking like jello in an earthquake. And at least half of the wood on that rickety bridge was rotting, I bet. Not to mention the last part only had like one board left on it. What's wrong with you? Your face is all green.
Can you not pick on me for a second? I'm still trying to get over the shock that we made it safely across that death trap.
Yeah, I guess I'm a bit surprised too. Yikes. That temple is in bad shape. It looks like it could collapse at any time.
I guess people don't use it too often. Is this really where you're going to train tonight?
That has to be it. It's kinda creepy around here. Like a ghost might jump out at you or something.
Damn. I hate that this line is actually slightly clever, but we'll get there. A spirit being afraid of ghosts? Isn't it ironic, don't you think? Isn't it ironic? I don't know, I don't think we want to put that on her. I don't care how much you pay me. I don't want to cross that bridge again.
No worries, Nick. No one is offering you any money.
That's because no reasonable person would call that pile of popsicle sticks a bridge. The latter half of it was nothing more than a few planks of wood and some string.
Hey, if you want to get back, you've got no choice but to cross it again, you know.
Maybe I'll just stay. I've always dreamed of living in a little shack in the woods.
Wow, you really are scared, aren't you? It looks like this bridge is suspended by 4 of these wires.
They're really thin. Shouldn't they be just a little thicker?
Oh, stop it. You're such a worrywart, Nick. If the bridge were really going to collapse, I'm pretty sure the boards would break before these wires ever did.
What's wrong?
You're turning into an overripe avocado again.
I don't know. I don't think I would want to be on that bridge either.
Oh, wow. Look at these neat Buddha statues. Maybe I'll take one home with me.
Maya.
But there are so many. They wouldn't notice if I took just one.
Are you kidding? Of course they'll notice. For one thing, if you tried to take that much weight across the bridge, it would break. What are you gonna do with one of those anyway?
Put it in the office, of course. Charlie needs a friend, and I think the Buddha would make a good friend. We can trade that wooden statue in the office reception area for one of these.
You know, come to think of it, where did that wooden statue come from anyway? I don't know what wooden statue they're even talking about. Oh my god, is it an incinerator?
Hey, there's a giant robot buried in the snow.
Well, there's something buried in the snow, but I think it's an incinerator.
Oh, but you gotta admit it looks a lot like...
I don't know why my brain derped out there.
But you've gotta admit it looks a lot like a robot.
Sure. Anyway, I don't think it gets used much. It's looking pretty rusty.
Hey, Nick, do you think this giant robo-incinerator can walk?
I told you, it's not a robot. And it's not especially big either.
Bah, you have no imagination. I thought it'd be real neat if you had to beat it to advance.
A fight between a lawyer and an overgrown furnace? Who'd ever pay to see that? Was anything about paying to see it?
Looks like there's something written on it.
I can't read it, but if I had to take a good guess, I'd say it says Inner Temple.
What's the point of a sign if you can't read it? Must be tough for the mailman when he's delivering here.
I guess the sign is a good indication of how long this place has been here.
Hey, a half-opened gate. That's practically a welcome mat.
Yeah, except the sign on here says no entry.
Nick? Rules are made to be broken, you know.
You expect a lawyer to go along with that?
Oh, come on. You're such an old lady sometimes. Let's just go.
Don't blame it on me when Sister Bikini puts a curse on you.
Now you've got me scared. Let's just forget about it, okay?
Let's look at the gate, too.
So that's the inner temple up ahead, huh?
Looks kinda run down.
Well, it wouldn't be very temple-like if it was all bright and shiny.
So you're training here tonight, huh?
Yep, then everyone will see my spiritual powers.
Sounds like your stomach wants to show off its digestive powers instead.
I wonder if that roast is ready yet.
That's probably everything, right? Hey, don't say anything about the trees. Okay. Then to the training hall. That's a pretty picture on the wall. Scroll on the wall. February 7th, Inner Temple Training Hall. Also, this room looks really scuffed for a couple reasons. Like it's just built on top of what looks like basically a prison cell. Man, look at this place. It's just a tiny, freezing cold room. So this is where you'll both be training, huh?
Huh? What do you mean both? I'm the only one.
Really? But I thought...
Pearlie's just a little kid. She couldn't handle this kind of intense training.
So says the girl who I can barely hear over her teeth chattering.
Anyway, the real training room must be behind that door over there. Yep. Definitely getting the feeling it's back there.
Even I can sense that there's something supernatural about the cavern behind that door. Aww, she is very cute, though.
Excuse me, but who are you? Ah.
You're...
Hi there! We're just looking around since we're going to be staying here tonight. Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing.
I wonder why she's spaced out like that. Don't you, Nick?
Did you say something, Maya?
Not you too, Nick.
I. m- My name is Iris. I'm with the nuns here at this temple.
I'm Maya Fey. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is mine. Oh, please excuse me. I have some, chores to attend to.
She sure is beautiful. And a bit spacey, I guess. I guess she's just not used to talking with urban sophisticates like us. Uh, Nick?
That girl. It can't be, but...
What the hell, man?
A hanging scroll. Doesn't look that old either.
Ah!
Ugh. What is it? Why'd you scream like that? I should not have looked at this scroll right away. That was stupid of me.
This scroll.
It's my mother.
What? What? So obviously, the final case of the third game was always going to do... It was always going to be big, right? And I think already with the like whole Dahlia Hawthorne and suddenly here's Iris, who looks a lot like her. We know there's going to be something going on. Wham bam, Maya's mom, which we know is like this big deal figure. So I was like, it's time for some birds to finally come home to roost. What?
It's Misty Fey, the master of the Crane School of Channeling.
You sure?
Yes. That crest at the top of the scroll. That's the special mark of the master of our tradition.
So that's what the mark means. Also, feet guy must be really feet. Well, guys, I guess. Oh, apologies. Must be really happy that like one of our feet always makes it through the dialogue box. So that's what the mark means. What is it?
Nothing. It's just that I last saw her over 15 years ago. If it wasn't for that crest, I wouldn't have even known it was her. My own mother. And I can't even recognize her face.
You don't recognize her face, huh, Maya? I'm sure that's not relevant. Maya. Hanging scroll added to the court record. I can't believe it took me that long to remember this part of the case. It's all coming back. I'm like a learning computer, except I'm almost as bad as AI. It was Misty Fey, master of the Korean technique. It's a hanging wall scroll showing Maya's mother, Misty Fey. It's not that old. The crest at the top is the official mark of the master. I wonder if this temple has some sort of connection to the Fey family.
I think it does, actually. Supposedly, it was founded by a branch family member of the Crane School.
I'll have to ask Bikini in more detail when I get the chance. About Maya, and the Fey family in general. Oh, I can't look at this little set? Okay.
The actual training area must be on the other side of this door. I wonder what it's like. Phooey. It's locked. Come on, Nick. You know you want to open it for me.
I can't.
You've been in kind of a bad mood lately, haven't you, Nick? Sorry. I know what it is. I-R-I-S. Iris and Nick sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Okay. That... We'll come back to this later. Maya, one, caught onto that really fast. And two, feels like she's not meant to point that out now. But I feel like this has got to end. Or whatever.
Look at this antique dresser. I wonder if there's anything valuable inside. Let's have a look. Nothing. Just a bunch of clothes. Hey, Nick.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking.
Oh, about Iris, I bet. Looks like you've been bitten by the love bug, Nick.
Okay, don't tell Pearl because she will eviscerate me. There are a bunch of musty-looking blankets and bedding sets piled up here. I wonder why they're even here in the first place.
It's because all spiritual training is done under the supervision of a nun. I wonder if Sister Bikini is planning to sleep in here while I train.
But if they sleep, what's the point of having them here in the first place? In case something goes wrong, there's still where they can hear you yell out, Phoenix, you dumbass. Alright. Well, I guess we're done. February 7th, Dusky Bridge.
Whew, we managed to make it across Dusty Bridge. Nick, you look green. Are you feeling alright? Hey, what's wrong with you? Ever since we met Sister Iris at the training hall, you've been really quiet.
Huh? Oh, sorry. Hey, you, wait up.
You think he's yelling at us?
He must be. There's no one else around. Wait, not, you know what? How do I want to do this voice, actually? Would you mind moving? You are standing right in my way.
Hey, I know you. You're...
Oh, whoa. Oh, sorry, gotta run. See ya. Yeah, I think Larry would try to have a dumb... Okay. Hey, wait a minute. Also, yeah, fucking Larry's in this case. Oh, nice to meet you. I am Boris Donin. Liar. You're Larry. Your clothes may change, but you're still the butts.